What's up, guys? Jake from Atomic here. Got a question from John, one of our online athletes, about the current programming. Okay, right now we're in a general work capacity program, and he asked, is there any sort of overview video that talks about pacing, etc.? Because it's a general work capacity training program, which means there's no assessment, there's no progression, and they're just standalone hard efforts on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we would say go at a hard but sustainable pace. Okay. Hard pace is not maximal, all right? Maximal is a totally different thing. We are not testing daily, we are training daily. So when you do these efforts, when you get done, you should be able to be recovering on your feet, but breathing very, very hard and have the sensation that you just did some serious work, okay? I'd say this is generally gonna be a 4 out of 5 or like an 80 to 90% effort. The first portion should be very doable, all right? And then as time goes on, fatigue is going to increase and it's going to get harder and harder as you go. And the goal would be constant output or see output increase over time. What we don't want to see, and what we see a lot of times with new and inexperienced athletes, is they start off really high, and then as the fatigue builds and as the effort continues, they drop off, and they're just kind of slogging it out on the backside, okay? That's very inefficient pacing. Start off on the slower side, finish strong, and finish right at the point where you would be crossing that threshold and unable to continue with that output. One thing to keep in mind is that the duration of the effort is going to greatly influence your pace, okay? So if it was like a 30-second or 60-second bout on the air bike with a couple minutes rest, that pace is going to be very, very different than a 15-minute AMRAP. And it does take a little bit of time and experience to be able to look at a circuit or look at a session and immediately approach it with the correct intensity, okay? But generally speaking, hard but sustainable. We're looking for about a 4 out of 5 or an 80 to 90% effort on these general work capacities. All right, guys, train hard.